Hello there, Leo. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And I've been doing readings for 27 years now. And what I've done here for you, Leo, is for the month of August 2016. I've laid 4 cards for throughout the month. I'm going to use the bottom card in the deck for an overview of what's going on for the month, and I do not believe that these cards are going to go week by week. I think they're probably going to blend throughout the month because that's kind of the way it works for me. And at the end of the reading, we'll pull angel card to try to bring it all together for us. And I am not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology, and the astrology for the month of August is in your first house, and that's kind of like your house of your personality, or how you present yourself in the world, your image, like in the eyes of others, and what do they say? How you package yourself and market yourself. When I was looking it up, and it's also about advancing your own interests because it's in your first house, and strong desires for action and changes in your outlook or your environment. And I wanted to tell you, I had sound quality issues last month, and I want to tell all of you guys that contacted me, I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to contact me. Most of you could hear the readings fine, but about 10 of you couldn't, and it's my fault. I was gifted with this wonderful little microphone from another reader, and it was a wonderful gift, and I couldn't get it to attach to my shirt no matter what I did, and so I laid it in front of the computer, and I checked the videos before I started. Obviously, it needed to be closer to my mouth. So here it is, guys, and hopefully this works out. And I got a few words for you before I started the reading. And one of them was abundance, the other one was gratitude, and another one was freedom. And what we have here for the month is quite interesting. So we got some things that are going on, and because I'm an empath, all of Leos out there are now named Frankie. So when you hear me say I, it's a speech pattern. It's the way I speak. The first card that we have here, though, for us for the month of August is the Four of Wands. And when I look at that Four of Wands, that's like a really nice situation to be in. We have, like our home's okay, everything's all right around us. It's a time of prosperity, of celebration, of abundance, and they did say that word abundance around us. But in this case, right, and when it's right side up, it's telling us we want to celebrate. We want everyone to know that we're in a good shape or in a good attitude, or things around us are going good. But in this case, the card is reversed. It is not a negative card at any way, manner, means, or manifest form. It is not negative. It's good. But what it means is we are celebrating, and obviously this is our birthday month, right? Or in the end of July, and we're celebrating the good that's come into our home or our lives or jobs or career circumstances, but we're doing those things quietly. So we're keeping it kind of under wraps. We're doing what we're doing, which is good. Our situation is good for the month of August, but all of the celebration is more in a quiet manner, or keeping it to ourselves. Now, we have 2 cards like that for the month. We have, and I don't know what this is a general reading, so it's going to mean something to each one of us different. But the next card, the first card that I drew was the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, when he's upright, it's someone who is very intelligent. You know, it's an heir. You know, they are. They can be like a military officer, cop, you know, lawyer, stuff like that. That's around us. Real intelligent, wise. You know, beyond their years. This is a king. Obviously, it can be a man or a woman, but in this case, it is upside down. So when the King of Swords is right side up, it means someone that is standing in their integrity, can stand really firm, you know, knows what they're saying, does what they're saying. But in this case, the King of Swords is reversed, and that is negative qualities. So what they're showing us is we wouldn't want it to be us, because obviously Leos are fire signs, but some of us, all of us, can possess, you know, different things or different attributes that sometimes happen. It feels more like an outside force around us because we have these two cards. This is quiet also, because the person or the situation that is around us when this King of Swords is in reverse could be gossiping, bickering, perhaps someone that doesn't like our belief system, or a person that's talking behind our back. So it's once again telling us to do our celebration or whatever we're thinking about. This can be a person that's very manipulating also. They can be manipulating, or maybe it's a circumstance that I'm dealing with, that someone's trying to manipulate me, you know, or someone or that is so stuck in their belief they can't move out of it. So it's telling me once again to do what I'm doing quietly. It's saying, don't announce it to the whole entire world, Leo. You know, if there's something that is beneficial that you're celebrating or whatever, it's kind of like keep it to yourself. Kind of, the only example I can think of is like, so if I had a really strong spiritual belief and I started talking about it, you know, publicly to someone that I was trying to convince that this is the way to go, I wouldn't want to do it with this person, because they would come down on me so hard and so harsh I wouldn't even know what hit me. So it's kind of like keep your secrets to yourself for the month and don't display it's like our happiness or our joy or our abundance, because they said abundance or our enthusiasm. And you don't have to answer the phone, Leo. I'll do that after I get off of here. But our freedom and the gratitude that we feel maybe for something specifically that happened to us, we don't want to do that in front of someone that may have this kind of attitude. So they're showing us two things. This happy home situation, things that are good in my life, upside down, which tells me I'm not going to brag or say all these things publicly, you know, and another card that's telling me to kind of like watch my mouth, you know, or watch, the words are watch who I speak to about the things that are important to me. So there must be a situation, maybe I'll be at work and I'm talking about something, you know, or maybe it's my great uncle George that I decide I'm going to tell my spiritual development about, or how lucky I was and happy I was that this wonderful new thing came forth for me, you know, or whatever. I'm just not going to do it because we have these two cards here. So it is a good month of abundance. It's a good month of weighing options. The next card we have here is the Two of Pentacles, and that can be a card about juggling finances or having two sources of income coming in at the same time, you know, like it can be like that too. So but in this case, it is in reverse, right? So this can be about weighing my options about what to do with the funds that I have, like making sure. And what they're saying when this is in reverse, it's like now is not the time to make like a dramatic change. But because we're very intuitive, we will know the time when it is to make the change. So that's what they're telling us. A couple things here. Remember, like kind of keep our celebration to ourselves, and don't put it out there. If there's someone that's going to be jealous or so set in their ways, they're going to slam it, because there's good things in here. The next card, it's, well, they're saying don't go to any kind of extremes, like emotionally, one way or another. Keep everything quiet, keep moving forward, because what we have, the next card we have here is the Death card. And no, Leo, we're not dying tomorrow. What is happening when we have the Death card is a total transformation of ourselves. Maybe we are totally transforming how we look on the outside. Remember, this is first house issues. Maybe we're going to change our hair or buy new wardrobe, or, it can be all kinds of things. Take up a new exercise course, or, do something or change a spiritual belief system that may be outmoded for us, or it's not appropriate for right now. But we are going to do a total transformation of our lives this month. And what they're saying is treat myself with tenderness, be enthusiastically move forward for this transformation, right? And remember, these are first house issues. So if I need any cooperation, I'm going to get cooperation from the people I need to get cooperation from. They just said that. Don't make a mistake of not winning cooperation where it is needed or required. I think they're saying that because of the quiet celebration, that manipulative kind of off energy, that it feels off with that King of Swords in reverse, situation that we're going to be dealing with. Weigh options financially or whatever, weigh them, and now is not the time to make the change. But they're saying intuitively we'll know exactly when to make the change, and we're going to have a total transformation. Maybe that's why we're not making those rapid changes right at the moment, because there's some type of transformation we're going through. Either it's job related, it could be, being as its first house, like I said, it could be something as simple as I'm getting a new hairdo, or I'm buying a new wardrobe, because it's like how I present or package myself to the world. But I am going through it in a transformation, and it feels wonderful. It feels like I should be enthusiastic about it, be easy on myself while I'm going through it, be grateful for it, because it's giving me a newfound sense of purpose, or what was the word they gave us? Freedom in the beginning, because the final card that I have here is the Star card. And that is like the top of the line card to pull, Leo. It is the card of connection to manifestation, the card of bringing together the inner and the outer world, where I've stepped into the flow, like the universal flow of source energy, to bring to me all that I desire. So we are having a month where what we are doing spiritually, right? So let's say, like, I have a prayer or a thought sequence to God, we want to, or source, whatever you want to call the universal energy. it is going to be instantaneous because we have done this transformation with this death card here and this star card here, where what we are doing or asking for in our mind is coming forth really rapidly. The spiritual and the material plane are coming together very rapidly. So we want to be real enthusiastic about this, very grateful and open to watch the flow of the universe. It probably means also, because they're telling us to be quiet, you know, what is they call that, casting pearls or whatever. So we might want to keep doing these, whatever we're doing for ourselves, in a quiet celebration, in a sacred, reverent space, with that gratitude for this newfound freedom and this ability to make the change at the appropriate time, right? Because the next card after our Two of Pentacles, that juggling one, like, if I do have funds or finances, what am I going to do with it? So what they're saying to us is, Leos are leaders. Be a leader. Be an initiator. Change this energetics around. Do our celebrations, you know, and still celebrate, because these are excellent cards, but don't do them where they're going to be gossiped about, or don't try to force our belief system on someone who obviously isn't even interested and is going to talk about you or whatever behind your back. You're in an excellent situation. So don't disregard others. That means knowing who they are. You know, if you know there's a firm fixed belief that you couldn't kick it off its rock, you know, with another rock, don't put it out there. Let that which you are truly, like your personality, let it shine. They're saying if there's something you want to alter, or we want to alter, we're going to do it. Let your light shine. They said leader, initiator, quietly do your celebration over the transformation, because we're stepping into the universal flow, which is manifestation, and normally that means instantaneous. So we want to keep our thoughts clear about what we want, not what we don't want. It's real important when you're stepping into this kind of type of energy. So keep your emotions balanced, Leo. You know, don't go over the top. Be quiet, which is very difficult because we're Leos. So, well, it's the truth. Anyhow, well, but aren't we like supposed to be royalty too? So I guess for royalty we'll be really politically correct here. So let's see what the angels have to say for us for this month. Leo, Leo, Leo. I don't know what we're celebrating, but the card we got is entrepreneur. Quite interesting there, isn't it? When they're telling us about deciding where to invest and what we're going to, and stepping into the star energy and the manifestation energy. That's kind of interesting. It says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and your divine guidance. You're stepping into that star energy. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. They said they're ensuring success. Be grateful, be enthusiastic. Now that one's interesting. I never got that one before. Kind of cool. Let me see what the alternative meanings are in here. It says this card comes to you because you're well suited to self-employment. You have the ideas, the drive, they said enthusiasm, didn't Spirit give us that word, and the self-discipline required for entrepreneurial work, yet self-doubts make you hesitate. The angels reassure you that you have what it takes to succeed as an entrepreneur. They will guide and support you along the way, and as long as you follow through on this action, your success is assured. And the additional meanings for the card, your ideas for a business are sound. Ease out of your present job by moonlighting with your desired business idea. Take action as you're guided with respect to your career. Fully commit to succeeding in your new business. And that can work for even any of us that are retired, because we have this Two of Pentacle card in here in reverse, and that's a juggling of options. Like maybe it's options of where to put my funds or what I want to do with it, or to celebrate because I made an abundant flow by, investing in this or investing in that. We're all individuals, and this is a general reading, but it sure looks pretty exciting, huh? And I don't know if anyone should ever tell us Leos to tone it down. That might not work. You never know. But Leo, I want to thank you for being here with me. And if you'd like to know something more about me, the website information is down there below. And or if you'd just like to set an appointment for a reading with me, all the information, numbers, and everything are there on the website. And I want to thank all of you for your likes and your shares, your subscribes, and all of you that I've met through doing the readings. I want to tell you thank you because it has been such fun. I really enjoyed it, meeting each and every one of you. And Leo, hopefully I will see you next month. So bye-bye.